Game 1 of a huge conference doubleheader. Drury, number 2 in the GLVC West, hosting number 1 Missouri S&T. Winners of 7 in a row. Tyler Van Gerpen, the starter for Drury in the first game. Bottom of the second, already 1-0 Miners. The bats come alive for DU. Maury Wilmus hitting just under 400 on the season. He pops a single to right center, and he's about to put on his PF Flyers. Next batter, Colton Jones, the junior first baseman. He gets a hold of the pitch, and Wilmus turns on the burners. Rounding third, the throw from Kyle Rich is in time, but Wilmus sneaks his hand across the bag. It's an RBI triple from Jones, and it's tied at 1. So Matt Borgschulte comes up with no outs and a runner on third. He smokes one down the left field line. Reed Brown at third can't get to it. An RBI double for Borgschulte, 2-1 Drury. Alex Larkin advances him to third with a single. That sets up Emilio Villanueva. He lines one into center, his 12th RBI of the season, and Drury ends the third with a 3-1 lead. Jump to the bottom of the fourth. Villanueva back up with 2 on, no outs. He bunts it back to the pitcher, Drew Piles. He can't handle it. The bases are loaded with no outs for the Panthers. That brings up Nick Thimesch, who's just been raking lately. He gets under one, and the sophomore makes it 4-1 off the RBI single. Brett Neal and Caleb Cole with consecutive RBI groundouts, and Drury busting it open 6-1 after the fourth. Top of the 7th now, the lead at 6-3, and Drury in some trouble. Van Gerpen walks 2 in a row. That does it for him after 6 innings. Chris Barrett comes in for DU. Bases loaded, no outs for Michael Lockett, the second baseman. He grounds one through the third base hole. That scores 2. Now Leavoth Gator. Boy, that's a fun last name. He comes up with 1 on, 1 out, and he rakes it into center for the RBI single. That brings home Lockett. Pitching change for Drury as Kyle Kiley comes in with 2 outs, but Josh Caffrey continues the momentum for S&T. Another RBI single for the Miners. That gives them a 7-6 lead. They score 4 runs in the 7th. But wouldn't you know it, bottom of the 7th, Drury ties it at 7 after Zach Gronick walks Thimesch. Sloppy baseball from the Miners. Still loaded for Brett Neal, and Drury retakes the lead. RBI single for Neal, 2-run score, and the Panthers take a 9-7 lead. They win it by the same score in a long one. Game 1 over 3 hours. On to Game 2, and you better believe Drury wants to sweep in this one. Revenge for last year and big implications in the region as well. The freshman Trevor Richards on the hill in the nightcap. Bottom of the first, Drury looking to strike early. Nick Thimesch already aboard at first with 1 out. The wild pitch from John Auble moves him to second. That makes it a lot easier for Brett Neal. He's hitting .398 coming into this one. He slaps it to right for the RBI single, and DU leads 1-0 after inning number 1. Jump to the top of the fourth. Miners threatening. Josh Caffrey gets on, steals second, then advances to third on the wild pitch from Richards. So Caffrey at third with 2 outs for the third baseman Reed Brown, who singles to center. The run comes in, and after 4, the Miners and Panthers even on the scoreboard at 1. But that doesn't last long. Top of the 5th, pass ball allows Clint Wobie to get the second, and Michael Lockett takes advantage. He drives one to left field, and S&T takes a 2-1 lead. Now bottom of the 5th, runners at the corners with 2 outs for Thimesch. 3-2 pitches hit into left, and you don't see it because the camera follows the runner, but the ball is kicked by the left fielder. It's an RBI double for Thimesch, who continues his phenomenal hitting as of late. But S&T ties it in the top of the 7th, so it's Drury's to win in the final half inning. Panthers with a runner on second, 2 outs, and it's only fitting, isn't it? Nick Thimesch up with a chance to win it. John Miller has the call.
The 1-0. High chopper up the middle, near second. Gloved by Van Dyke over to first. He threw it wide. He threw it into his dugout, and Drury wins. The 4th error of the game, and Drury sweeps the doubleheader.
Drury sweeps Missouri S&T. Final score in this one is 4-3. Massive wins for Mark Stratton's Panthers.
I thought they would walk him, to be honest. They didn't, and I'm glad they didn't. You know, he does what he's supposed to do, puts the ball on the ground, hits line drives, and runs. And when that kid caught that and crow hopped, I had no chance. And then when he went to throw it, he realized, oh my gosh, and you saw the result.
It was a huge rush, man. It's the best feeling, just more just to win the game. It was a huge series against Rolla. They're the number 1 in the West, and to take 2 from them was huge.
You know, we're not giving away any runs, and our pitchers are keeping us in the game. So we're happy. Now we just got to keep our momentum and go over to, tear through the rest of the league. That's what we got to do.